Have you ever thought about what truly makes you valuable in the eyes of others? Surprisingly, it's not about material success, status, or accomplishments. The qualities that really elevate your worth are often subtle, almost intangible, and leave a deep, lasting impression on those around you. They're the qualities that people might not openly express admiration for, but they notice them and remember them. One of the most profound qualities that enhance your worth is the quiet wisdom you carry. Wisdom is different from knowledge. It doesn't come from reading books, but from lived experiences and the lessons you've learned along the way. It's not about having all the answers, but rather about knowing how to live with the questions. People sense that your understanding of life is not theoretical, but practical and grounded in reality. In times of crisis or uncertainty, when people feel lost or overwhelmed, they gravitate toward you, instinctively drawn to your insight. This is not because you flaunt your knowledge, but because you embody it quietly and naturally. In these moments, people don't seek textbook answers. They look for someone who has faced their own battles and come out stronger. That's why your worth rises in their eyes, because they know you're someone who understands. Another powerful quality that sets you apart is your ability to maintain a warrior-like peace in the midst of chaos. Life can feel like an unpredictable storm, constantly throwing challenges your way. But you stand firm, not because you don't feel fear or pain, but because you've come to understand that challenges are a part of the journey. This doesn't mean you don't feel the weight of your struggles. It's that you refuse to let them crush you. You've learned to face fear head-on rather than run from it, projecting a calm resilience that others find both mystifying and admirable. It's not that your life is easier or less complicated than anyone else's. You've just cultivated a mindset that allows you to face difficulties without being consumed by them. This strength is rare, and others are drawn to it. They may not always say it, but they secretly envy the calm strength you radiate. Your ability to move through life without being weighed down by the past is another quality that elevates your worth. While many people carry the heavy baggage of regret, resentment, and unresolved issues, you've learned the art of letting go. This doesn't mean you ignore your past or forget the lessons it taught you. Instead, you don't let it anchor you to the same place forever. You understand that holding on to bitterness only poisons your own spirit, so you release it. This simplicity, this ability to live with minimal emotional clutter, is something others admire, even if they don't entirely understand it. They see in you a freedom they crave, a lightness that makes life seem less burdensome. Equally remarkable is your refusal to judge, even when you are judged. In a world where people are quick to criticize, often to divert attention from their own flaws, you stand firm in compassion. You understand that everyone carries their own pain and struggles, and that often, those who judge the harshest are hurting the most. Instead of responding with condemnation, you offer understanding. This doesn't mean you accept harmful behavior, but you approach others with empathy, knowing that judgment only perpetuates suffering. It takes strength to resist the urge to retaliate, and this strength is something others admire, even if they don't openly acknowledge it. Your ability to listen without condemning and to offer kindness in the face of hostility sets you apart in a world that often thrives on division. Another quality that increases your worth in the eyes of others is the inner peace you've cultivated. In a world that equates busyness with worth, you've chosen a different path. To others, your life may seem quiet or even uneventful, but they fail to see that your peace is the result of deep inner work. You've come to realize that true happiness isn't found in external achievements or fleeting pleasures, but in the ability to be content within yourself, regardless of what's happening around you. People may not fully understand your tranquility, but they feel its impact. Your presence brings a rare sense of calm and safety, a quiet haven in a noisy world. They might not say it out loud, but they value the sense of serenity you bring into their lives. Detachment is another spiritual quality that enhances your worth. You understand that clinging too tightly to things, to people, or to situations leads to suffering. Life is constantly changing, and you've learned that trying to hold on to what's meant to change is an exercise in futility. You've mastered the art of loving without attachment, caring without possessing, and giving without expecting anything in return. This doesn't mean you're indifferent. It means you have a healthy understanding of impermanence. This perspective is challenging for many to grasp, which is why they admire you. Your ability to let go and adapt to life's changes makes you resilient. and this quality is highly valued by those who struggle with fear of loss. One of the most underrated yet powerful spiritual qualities you possess is kindness. You make the effort to be kind, not because you expect anything in return, but because you understand the profound power of kindness to heal and uplift. This kindness is not superficial, it's genuine, and comes from a place of compassion and empathy. It's easy to be cynical in a world that often feels harsh, but you choose kindness as your way of being. People might not always thank you for it, but they notice it. And your kindness elevates you in their eyes. You become someone they can rely on, someone who brings light and warmth into their lives. Lastly, your worth is elevated because you know, deep down, that you are enough. This sense of self-worth isn't arrogant or self-centered. It's rooted in a profound understanding of your intrinsic value as a human being. You don't need external validation to feel worthy of love, respect, and happiness. This quiet confidence is something others admire, even if they don't fully grasp it. Many people go through life feeling inadequate, constantly comparing themselves to others and striving for an elusive sense of worth. But not you. You know that your worth is inherent, that it's not dependent on achievements or on how others perceive you. This confidence allows you to move through life with grace and ease, and people notice. In the end, it's not the grand gestures or loud proclamations that make you valuable in the eyes of others. It's the quiet spiritual qualities that you embody daily. These qualities may go unnoticed by many, but they leave a lasting impression on those who are paying attention. You are admired, not because you seek admiration, but because of who you are at your core. And that, more than anything, is what elevates your worth in the eyes of others. Thank you for watching. If you're still with me, please leave a comment on what you learned or what you'd like to add. I'd appreciate it. As always, wishing you a beautiful day.